new rules in real estate and how they will have little to no effect in how home sellers sell their homes here in North Carolina. Hi folks, my name's Armand, realtor with Team Armand EXP Realty. Been in business since 2003. Please like, comment, subscribe to our channel to hear more important information about the housing market like this. All right folks, let's jump right into it. You may have heard there's been a whole bunch of rules and new regulations, maybe even some new laws that have come down the pipes that have affected real estate ever since August of 2024. And I'd like to outline how that affects home sellers and really explain why that really has little to no effect on how home sellers will be selling homes. Let's jump right into it, okay? First of all, the first rule, we as real estate agents, and in fact as realtors, are no longer allowed to show how much buyer agent commission is being offered by the seller to do a deal. We're no longer allowed to show that commission, potential commission, in our MLS system, multiple listing service. That's all. That's all that new rule is. We can show that buyer agent commission that's being offered by the seller anywhere else we like, on our website, in emails, text messages, phone calls, whatever we want. We just are no longer allowed to list it in our multiple listing service. It's kind of crazy. It's really a nothing rule. All this really does is it makes really hard for the buyer agent to find out how much a seller is willing to offer them for them to come to the house, show the house, potentially do a deal, get under contract, follow through, go all the way to closing. It makes it harder for buyer agents to find out how much they're going to be paid to do their job. It's a bit crazy, folks. It's really nothing that's important that has changed because, in fact, sellers can still offer and should still offer buyer agent commissions to all the buyer agents out there. We need to remember that that buyer agent commission that the seller has offered all these years, and in fact decades, ever since 1996, when buyer agency was first invented, that buyer agent commission is an incentive for the buyer agents to come to the house and do their job. It's always been negotiable how much that commission will be, and it always will be negotiable how much that commission will be. But it's important for home sellers to remember that part of the commission that you're paying that's separate from the listing agent's commission, that part of the commission that you're willing to offer to the buyer agents out there, that's an incentive for them to come and bring as many buyers to the house as possible and possibly bring you multiple offers. That's number one. Keep in mind, it's always been negotiable, always will be negotiable how much that commission is, but it's important to remember it's an incentive for buyer agents out there to do their job. It's just we can't no longer list it in our MLS system. So the buyer agent has to contact me personally and find out, hey, how much are you offering for 123 Main Street? How much is the seller offering for 123 Main Street? The second rule that has changed is that buyers can no longer see your house when it's listed in the MLS without having first signed a buyer representation agreement with that buyer agent. What that means is that every buyer coming to the house will now have a signed agency agreement with whatever agent is showing that house. Potentially. That's the rule. However, there's like no enforcement. There's no mechanism for enforcing this rule. So we don't really know when an agent brings a buyer to your house whether or not they've actually got a buyer representation agreement signed. Now, theoretically, this is actually a good thing for buyers because it will actually enable buyers to look at buyer agents a little bit more clearly to see if they really want to sign a buyer representation agreement with that particular buyer agent. It makes a buyer agent responsible for showing their worth to their buyers in order to ask them to sign a buyer representation agreement. That said, it really will have little to no effect for home sellers because, honestly speaking, most buyers that have been coming to the house before have already signed buyer agency agreements with their buyer agent anyway. Most important thing to remember is that this is all that has changed. Those are the only two rules that have been imposed since August in 2024. And they really have little to no effect for home sellers. We here at Team Armand, we've done a ton of deals, bunches and bunches of deals since then, and it has literally no effect on the deals that we've been doing. If there's anything that I want to reiterate is the fact that when a seller offers a buyer agent's commission for them to show the house and do the deal, it is an incentive. That's all it is. It's always been negotiable, always will be negotiable. builders have known this for literally decades. And in fact, we've seen builders offer buyer agency commissions that go up and down depending on whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. Back in 2021, 22, when it was a super strong seller's market, some builders were literally offering 0 buyer agency commission. And then when things turned around and it became much more of a buyer's market, those builders went back to offering 2.5% commission, then offering 3, then 4, then 5% buyer agency commission. It's just all negotiable. It depends on what's happening in the market. Listen, folks, if you've heard anything about this, if you've heard anything that's different from what I've just described, please contact me. I'd love to talk to you about it and see what's out there, see what rumors are swirling about there, because there are a lot of rumors, and I'd like to dispel them. Or if there's something going on that I don't know about, I want to hear about it. So contact me about that, okay? Folks, whether you're looking to purchase a home in the next 9 days or 90 months, my team and I are ready to help you. Just my full contact information is below. Please like, comment, subscribe to hear more information like this. If there's anything I want to leave you with, it's just simply that old principles still apply. The buyer agency commission has always been and always will be both negotiable and an incentive. Folks, if you enjoyed this, please check out the next video coming up, which is all about how these 2 new rules are affecting home buyers. And if you're a home seller, you're likely to be a home buyer also. So it's important for you to know what's going on. And in fact, these 2 new rules are a little bit more detrimental to home buyers, certainly than they are to home sellers. Thanks for your time, folks. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you got any questions at all. Okay? That's what I'm here for.